In just a few moments, I will be gone. I still don't know what to expect on the moon. Will I really be able to send messages to my friends? The Kuhenki, the animals of Not Cry. I'll never get to see them again. I wonder where I'll be when the next comes. This is where the people of Hyperborea used...
Eternal moon?
The gate to the moons.
The moon marrows are in position. Only the final step remains.
I'm sure Nasha Town is livelier than ever at this moment.
Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't be there for it, but...
It's fine. I'm more than happy with this. My last piece of luggage. My only piece of luggage. I can already feel the moon calling to me.
This ray of light will lead you home, Columbina.
From now on, we will at last have a reason to...
Columbina,
Yes?
be sure to come back and see us when you get the chance. But if that chance doesn't come, then remember that you have friends on this planet. People who will miss Columbina.
Yes, I will. Thank you forever. And remember, come night or day, the... Well then, farewell. Thank you. This was my happiest night in Teyvat.
Farewell, Columbina.
The moon really is closer than ever tonight.
Columbina.
All three moons in one place. Time for one final experiment. Reason, life, death, time and space. They all believed I would fail. But Teyvat's primordial power never did belong to the throne of heaven. And now, they are mine. Oh.
No, as long as I guess I won't be going home today.
Columbina! No!
Stubborn world, do not try to control me!
Columbina.
Are you all right? Do your wounds still hurt?
I had someone prepare a little medicine that could prove effective.
In that case, let me relate the contents of the call we made.
That Dottore is a crafty one. He distracted the... I'd assumed that the cause was an abyssal intrusion from the... But after learning that you managed to influence the phantoms in Nodcraft...
But we weren't able to change their fates.
True, you couldn't change how their stories ended. But you did build some variables or...
Variables?
Yes. Things you heard that you could not otherwise have learned. Ideas that would otherwise have never crossed your mind. All these things. Of course, most variables usually pay. That's what Dottore did. And it's how he created the necessary conditions so that when you activated the portal tonight, it played right.
However, we have no way of knowing exactly what he did.
Yeah, we also need to ascertain Columbina's stat.
And that about sums it up.
As I suspected, Dottore has disappeared completely. If it's any consolation, he wasn't able to control Columbina as he might have wished to.
Oh no! What? She did what? All we saw was Dottore appeared and used some kind of power.
So, Columbina intentionally opened the moon gate and escaped into the
Sounds like bad news.
Seen in that way, the trilunar syzygy and Revere's emergence, according to Miss Alice, he is attempting to transcend his destiny.
An utter lunatic.
Wait a sec, where's Hat Guy? Seems like
He took off with the Dodo communication device after we spoke to Alice. The look on his face was...
I'm back.
That guy!
I went to look for the Hyperborean phantoms again. I got them to talk to Nicole on the other end of the communications line. Turns out,
really? But how?
because the phantoms are the ones who are deceived. They speak of a savior who appeared in their history. This savior promised to create a new moon within the false sky, and even bring back their moon god. Foolishly, they believed in him, and told him everything he wanted to know about the moons. It's obvious that this was Dottore's.
Now you mention it, the first time we entered the Hyperborean ruins, we heard the phantoms discussing their history, and I
Dottore shouldn't have been able to get in there in the first place.
He didn't. Nicole said that this was an anomalous state triggered by disruptions in the causal connections between phantoms from the same era. The variables that Dottore put in place were substantial enough that they even affected phantoms that...
So it's not that their memories were unclear.
That's exactly the possibility Dottore was trying to manufacture. He turned these variables into knowledge, and then he harnessed that knowledge on Moon Prayer Night to truly...
How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works. The spell senses Kuvaki to detect them. The gate would teleport Columbina to the false moons once he had her under control.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared.
By then, Dottore had already...
So, where does that leave us? What do we do now?
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed to her have come to pass. But we cannot simply sit and wait for her to decide the matter. And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Columbina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead.
Oh, Arlecchino!
Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Whew. Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool now.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in. It looks bad, I won't. So Dottore's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now. And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that many have told me that Tevat's destiny is fixed. And that does appear to be the case. And since he was able to stack these variables up, you of all people should not be discouraged, traveler this isn't over yet. And you're not alone, but none of us are the type to sit back and wait for this. That's exactly how a knight should roll. If they knock you down, you get back up.
Mark is right. This is far from over. Dottore's already way overdue a butt-kicking given his past shenanigans.
That's how's everyone?
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Columbina's whereabouts.
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nodcry's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know,
Ano and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dottore's actions and seek a breakthrough.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with but they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hexen Circle's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottore.
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of...
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottore's way of doing things. So I can try to predict his next move.
Nice! Looks like we have I'll get in touch with Flints and Itlua, get them to have a chat with their Starshiner. It couldn't hurt to bring the Lightkeepers. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to...
Yeah! We'll show it!
That's it then. Good luck, everyone.
I never thought that Columbina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to... And remember, come night or day, the